CirclePix is excited to announce its new viewer called the Presentation Tour and Property Guide. When designing the presentation tour, we asked our clients what they wanted most. It was apparent that the tour needed to focus on three vital components: marketing the agent, marketing the listing, and generating leads. The presentation tour does all three. The presentation tour focuses on marketing you as an agent in several ways. First, your information and picture are always visible above the listing images. Second, our property guide lists all of your current CirclePix tours. Third, the property guide includes information about you as an agent, including a biography page and links to your personal or corporate website. The presentation tour also focuses on marketing the listing. Each presentation tour comes with your choice of 5 different templates. The first thing you'll notice is how professional each template looks and how easy they are to use. It automatically starts guiding a prospective buyer through the listing the moment they arrive. There is a control panel directly below the property images. A buyer can click the full screen button to enlarge the images to fill the entire screen. The next 3 buttons give the buyer control of the presentation, and the last button on the left-hand side turns the audio on or off. The center of the control panel shows a timeline of the presentation. The first 2 buttons on the right will allow a buyer to zoom in and out of an image. You can add a text description to any image or panoramic scene on the presentation tour. By default, the descriptions are on, but can be turned off by clicking the Image Details button. Next, the Tiled Images button allows the buyer to quickly glance over all of the images in a tiled format. The last button on the control panel changes the panoramic scenes from a 3D view to a 2D view. Any thumbnail can be clicked to stop the presentation and display that specific image. In addition, the presentation tour helps agents generate leads. There are 9 different places on the presentation tour for a prospective buyer to willingly offer their contact information. This is revolutionary. 7 of the tour's 9 lead generators are in the property guide, which can be opened through a bookmark on the left-hand side of the presentation tour. Let's start at the beginning of the property guide by clicking on the Property Details page. This is where you can display all the details about your listing. To turn the page, you can click on the Next Page button located on the bottom right corner of the property guide, or click on any of the options on the bookmark. The next page is the property map. CirclePix uses Google Maps, allowing a prospective buyer to change the map view to map, satellite, hybrid, or terrain. They can even search and print driving directions from this page. If you have upgraded your presentation with a floor plan, it would be displayed on the next page of the property guide. The floor plan allows prospective buyers to not only get a feel for the layout of the property, but they can click on the small icons on the floor plan to see images of that location. On the Agent Info page, interested buyers can email you directly from the tour. This is the first opportunity in the property guide to generate a lead. On the right side of this page, a buyer can click Schedule a Showing to fill out information to schedule a tentative appointment. This information is emailed to you and is the second place the property guide generates a lead. If you fill out an agent biography in the CirclePix back office, it will also be displayed in the section. This is where a visitor can start to get to know you and your qualifications. Visitors can click to see your personal or corporate website from this area as well. The property guide also displays all your other listings with CirclePix. It is easy for consumers to view your inventory of listings, and each one can be opened to its own presentation tour. The next page has 3 different types of brochures of the listing, ranging from a printer-friendly single-image brochure to a graphic-intensive multi-image brochure. They can be both printed and or emailed to other interested buyers. When emailed, the email address is saved to generate another lead. A home browser may also want to send an HTML e-postcard of the property to their friends and family. There are 4 different types of e-postcards to send. Simply choose one, write a message, and email it off. Many agents have used this feature in their CirclePix back office to communicate to their clients, and now they can do it right on the tour. Plus, this also generates a lead of an interested person. The next page is where we have 3 different kinds of calculators to let the prospective home buyer get into the mindset of purchasing your listing. They can type in their data and start crunching the numbers to find a way to make buying your listing possible. On the right side of the page, the buyer can request more information about qualifying for your listing. This lead is emailed to you, and you can then follow up with that buyer and also pass the lead on to your partner loan officer. Visitors across the country can find out what the weather is like at your listing on this next page. When planning for a family move, finding information about schools in the area is a must. The schools page compiles tons of information from a national database, making it easy for a buyer to find information about all the public and private schools in the area. There's also a place that can request more information about schools, which generates another lead that is emailed directly to you. The last page of the property guide allows the home buyer to download the tour and/or video to their desktop. The buyer types in their information and clicks the download button. An email with the links to the downloadable versions of the tour and video are sent to the home buyer, and another lead is captured for you. In addition, there are 2 other places that a buyer can submit their information. First is on the Lead B registration page. When the Lead B registration page is activated, it appears before the tour loads. You can make this page mandatory, where the prospective buyer must submit their contact information before they can see the presentation, or allow the buyer to skip the registration page and go directly to the presentation. The last place to generate a lead is when you announce an open house in the CirclePix back office. An open house announcement opens before the presentation tour is displayed. Here a buyer can see the time and date of the open house. They can also RSVP, which generates a lead, and print out driving directions to attend your open house. The presentation tour gives you an incredibly professional presentation of your listing, while enticing buyers to voluntarily submit their information to you for further communication. CirclePix then distributes and links your presentation tour to all major real estate websites on the internet: Google, Home.com, Realtor.com, Zillow, corporate sites, and more. You will not find a better partner and tool to leverage you and your listings to generate more sales and make more money. Call CirclePix today to get started.